G'day collectors, Sci-fi back again with another room overview. 3 years it's been. 3 years I've been in this room. And this is what else I've picked up. Looking back on my last one, yeah, got to thank Cade for rewatching the second year that I've made these videos. Yeah, so I have picked up a lot of action figures lately, and a lot of things that I've sort of, had beforehand and now sort of reconstructed and put all together. Let me go. So I've managed, after last year saying, oh, I wish I had the cantina. I've got it. And figures that I've had for years are now populating it, which is very nice. Yep, and including the Streets of Mos Eisley, it sits in there nicely. Plus a lot of actual other figures there. It's all very good. And other vehicles, droids, creatures. Yeah, even though I've got these already in storage, I just thought I've got to get some more. Why not? And of course some customs. It's all good. Yeah. Going through this is great. I'm glad I got this. After my last 2-year overview. Yep. But guess what, guys? You can, if you want to. Oops, knock that thing over, the moisture evaporator. If you want to, Zing is selling this at a third off. So instead of paying $1,000 for this giant thing, it's only cost you $700. Or if you want to get the half one, it'll cost you $450. That's my good old Tonica Sisters for the custom ones. But also, yeah, so if you do want to buy it, half one for $450 or $700, you get the box set that has the action figures in it, including the Tonica Sisters. So, this was the big thing after doing my 2-year overview. This was the big thing for me to pick up. Absolutely stoked. Looking forward to getting the other 4-pack. I should be getting that around about spring. Yeah, September, October, November. Don't know whenever the hell some of these things come out. I don't know. So happy to have them. Okay, cruising through. Yep, Jabba's palace is still the same, except for this is the big one. Yeah, got myself an actual TVC skiff, not like the other one. This one is way better. Way better. I might actually go through my storage unit and see if I can find the Sarlacc. Yeah, just push that to the side a bit, and yep, also going hardcore on a few customs. There's one. What's his name? Kane Addis. Yep, that is very cool. I had to paint it, but I don't care. It's one of Jabba's denizens. I love these figures. Do more, please. If you can. There's a few more to do. I don't want to knock anything over. I still love this, man. The light on this is fantastic. The light that comes down. Get a good look. I like it. Yeah, so these are my absolute piece de resistance. My grails. I love them. any more figures to come out, that would be absolutely fantastic. Alright, so going on, there are more things that I've got over the years. Oh, sorry, over this year. We'll have a look. Alright, so yeah, yep, the Millennium Falcon, 2008 Legacy. It's not bad, but there is more to it, and we'll have a look. Alright, this is the way I wanted to display it, on top of my little mini fridge, like so. It's not the actual Millennium Falcon that's the big thing that got me this year. It's the stand. It's Action Plastics. So this actual stand, yeah, easy to assemble, easy to do, bloody brilliant. And the figure, the actual vehicle looks brilliant like that. I love it. I would prefer to have it sitting like this, but my wife says no, you can't, because every time, got to remember, she's a foot shorter than I am, and she bangs her head into it and whatever. So no, that's okay. But still, you can see it's sitting very secure. You can push it all the way over to the side, have some room. I'm just so glad to actually have some figure stands for things like this. How cool is that? Yeah, you can't get anything better than that. Alright, moving along. What else did I pick up this year? Yeah, there's a T10 from Terminator Salvation. I'm still looking at getting a T10 from T3. Bunch of others. Looked at that and that at Terminators. Harvesters. If you haven't seen it before, there's a custom T1000 being frozen. I love that. And of course, a couple of musical figures. Cliff Burton, Angus Young, New Iron Maiden, Eddie, and from Number of the Beast. I did pick this up. Bloody brilliant. Look at that. The Doomslayer from Doom. Yeah, brilliant game. Great looking figure, but the articulation is absolute shite. But I like it no matter what. And you go, well, you dropped the box. I dropped it. And he did. Yeah, there we go. The Pinhead, big 18-inch from Canberra Vintage CVC. Canberra Vintage Collection Centre. That's where I got him from. Yeah, he dropped his box. Don't drop the box. Alright, and then here we go. Some Clive Barker's Tortured Souls. Seen all these before, but I managed to, except for the, what's the name, Mary Slaughter from the, whatever it is. That's the most bizarrest figure. Yeah, I managed to rescue this one. I wouldn't say rescue. Yeah. Going through my storage unit to drop things off, I found this one. Yeah, this one is Talasak. This is probably the most revolting of them all. Yeah, the one that sort of you could not display, you could not put out for public consumption. It's not hung up properly. Yeah, because I just found it badly packed, unfortunately. But yeah, all of them are pretty friggin' gross anyway. Absolutely disgusting. And they're tortured. Yeah. So, got all 6 now, plus an extra one of those other ones. Yeah, so that shelf is now relatively full. There could be a bit more room, but I ain't looking at the moment. Alright, some other larger objects. Helmets. Moff Gideon's helmet. I did pick this one up. Got this one nice and cheap. this year. Yes, all lights and sounds and actions and whatnot. You've seen that before. You've seen that before. Captain Rex. Cody. Now that's a new one this year. Yep, it's good. Of course, you've seen all those. What else? What have I got here? Yep, so... there's something here I wanted to say and talk about. Oh, I can't find it now. Yeah, it's got some hard copies of movies. Where they are. Yeah. No, it's not happening. Yeah, I bought some hard copy stuff like Welcome to Derry and whatnot. Because I honestly don't think this streaming service thing's going to last. I don't know. Where are we all? What am I doing? Don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just talking about, I wouldn't mind getting more hard copies of games, movies, especially Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. God, what are you doing, dude? Yep, same with games. Yeah, I can always... Yeah, again, on the PS5. Got Battlefield 6. This is fucking brilliant. Absolutely mad. Yep, Mortal Kombat. RoboCop. We've done all this last year. But Battlefield 6, that's a good one. There's so many extras. So yeah, helmets. Let's look at some more helmets and not talk about hard copy versus digital versions. Alright, so here we go. These are my other helmets that I've got with some soft lighting, which I think I've invested in the wrong lighting for these things. They just turn off straight away. See, boom, boom, boom. Don't last too long, but I love them. There you go. Death Trooper. I'm going to say best helmet. Sorry, I'm pretty much all lying down doing this, and it's dusty as fuck. Look at that. Holy dooly. Yep. Two of the best helmets that I've invested in this year. And of course, some of the older ones. There we go. It's pretty darn cool. Oh, and standing there's my Mandalorian and Grogu popcorn bucket. Yeah, have a look at that. Why not? And do that now with the very oversized Mandalorian hanging off the thing. Yep, makes sounds. Also, you got to say the legs are very, very sturdy, clicky, clacky sort of thing. Yep, it's very good. All right, there we go. Still, these soft lights, I need to do something about them. Either not have them or... And also, yeah. Best helmet needs a clean. So my 375 shelf has changed a little. Or a lot, it's just expanded. So it's all pretty much the same. The, yeah. That walkway. Couple of custom Mandalorian season... Is it season 2? Yes. I just don't know what... I can't call them all out. That's a new one there. The new IG Marshall Droid. Yep, I'm just not going to call them out. Just have a look. That's what I picked up. They're just all jammed in there. It's just... They're in random... Random. Yeah, man, you got more Shadow Lord figures next to Ahsoka Season 1. Because I can't put them anywhere else. Yeah, Gaming Greats. Originals. Yep, Attack of the Clones. That's going to be a big thing. Hopefully, Attack of the Clones. Yeah, that's how it is. Just have to jam them all in there. Yep, Bad Batch. Only 2 figures from oh, 3 if you want to consider Ballast. Yeah. Yep. Rogue Ones. Yep. It's all there. That's how I have to display them at the moment, because I need to... don't know what to do with all the other figures that I've got. I mean, I do have many. If you know my channel, I have thousands of 375 figures. All the way back from 78 to now, but this is what it's all doing, and I will be jam-packing a few more in the future. But yeah. See anything you like, want to know? Gee, that one's all... yeah. They're everywhere. It's just everything. All there, everything at once. That's what it is. Alright, so yeah, filling the top half of my shelf here. Got the downlights there, which will turn off eventually. I'm sick of these downlights. I'm fucking over them. Anyway, so yes, what I'm going to say... one of my favourite... I'm going to say the best 6-inch figure for this year, 2026, Lord Starkiller. There's a couple of others which are pretty cool. Patrol Troopers and Purge Troopers, which I've got many of before. And speaking of... oh wow, shit, hang on. I've lost one. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, you got your Starkiller, Lord Starkiller, and then you got your Starkiller, which I have reviewed before. But I've also managed to pick up many other gaming greats, and of course that was Bastilla Shan and Dash Render. Had a little bit of Topple, Princess Leia in the Ubeast disguise, Boosh, which is a brilliant figure. There we go, there's all the other ones that we've seen before. Don't mind these gaming greats. More to come. Much, or not much, but many more to come. Moving on. Here we go, RoboCop. Nothing changed here. Still looking at getting the other bad guys, Clarence Bodiger and whatnot, but nothing. So they've had an idea of making it, but they didn't. It wasn't NECA, it was someone else. You fucking lights. Alright, yeah, same with Predator. Yep, this hasn't changed. NECA have, I think, making or have made the Badlands. I didn't mind that film. The first 20 minutes were pretty shit, and then after that, it picked up, moved along. I didn't mind it. Just don't like the hairdo that this new Predator has. But I liked everything else about it, I guess. Yep. And to get a figure, a Badlands figure with the synthetic, that'd be cool. I'll get it if it's available, but I don't know if it is. Anyway, that's how my Predator display stands. Alright. So there we go, not much has changed here. Kenobi and Bad Batch. Now there's supposedly another Bad Batch, what do you call it? Clone Trooper. Commando. I think that's based on the video game. Anyways, but yeah. So still, yeah, I've got the old series in storage of this. Still no 375 of the rest of these guys at all. Unbelievable. Anyways, quick overview. I don't think I bought anything this year at all. Still Ahsoka. Still waiting for Ahsoka Season 2. Next year, supposedly. Somehow it will happen. I don't know when. Sort of mean these fucking lights. Wow. I'm not just giving up. Anyways, here we go. Attack of the Clones, or prequels, and also Count Dooku from the Jedi. What's it called? I forget. Yeah, young Dooku. You can exchange his head and all that. What's it called? Yeah, actually has Ahsoka and 11th brother in it. That's brilliant. That's very much Count Dooku. Very much Christopher Lee. And Watto glad. I mean, how many years have I been saying, we need Watto, we need Watto. Got him. There he is. And you've also got the Geonosian warrior. Not, is it Lamasu? Taun We. Yeah, Taun We. Yeah. How cool. Alright, and there's some other random stuff from Book of Boba Fett, Episode 4, other ones, and of course, Return of the Jedi, Bad Batch, oh no, sorry, Book of Boba Fett again, and some customs. How is this? These I've reviewed before, and this year, I don't know, for some reason everyone was talking about FX7 in the Black Series. Hasbro won't do it. Even the 375 won't do it. They don't have the castings, the moulds. But some guy from Perth, Manganoid, he gave me this. He made it, and every single bit and piece of there I had to put together. So, I don't mind. I did it, took some time, and the paint and all that. I took my time, he took his time, and it comes out with that. That is some of the best work I've done, and I'm going to say it's the best work Manganoid has done. I haven't seen any of his other work at all. It's just, and this is 3D printing at its absolute ultimate. You can't do any better. Glad I got it, proud I managed it to do this like it is. Yeah, it's all good. Alright, here we go, more prequels and Clone Wars. Of course you got Clone Wars. There's those droids, they're crazy looking things. Be disguised as clones as well. Yep. There we go. Shakti. Man, the Metal Jedi himself. And this is probably the only case where these swoosh droids actually, the swoosh sabers actually work. Because it's facing down, because these are heavy. The peg is quite light. There we go. Barasafi. Luminara. This is all good. Yeah, had a few of these from last year, but then you get a few of like the Stap and whatnot. Droidica. And moving on. Yeah, come on. There we go. This one needs some light. Alright. So we've seen all this. This. There we go. An ATRT. That's a from AliExpress, in consumption with Veils. Now, supposedly one of these is going to be released in Hasbro. I don't know when or how. No, there's been no talk about it. This thing's brilliant. It's got actual, I can't really pull it out, only one-handed here at the moment. Yeah, magnetic gun. As in, like, there's a magnet there that holds the gun too. You got metal in the antennae, and all the legs and that are all very, it's solid. It's a very solid 6-inch vehicle. I don't have a character for it. I wish I did. I can buy one on AliExpress, Veils, whatever. Yeah, I'll sort one out eventually. Yep, it's good. Yep, that's from the Clone Wars. Be nice to see one. I mean, everyone's saying, oh, there's going to be one from the Mandalorian and Grogu. No, it's not. I think it's from this line as well. Either. Yep. So there we go. More prequels, more Clone Wars. Keep bringing them out. And speaking of Mandalorian, that's the newest Mandalorian one. Forget her name now. Jesus. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver's character. There we go. So all these are going to be pushed back eventually because there's going to be more Mandalorian 6-inch goodness coming out soon. I don't mind that. That's good. Oh, what's the name? Oh, jeez, it's a very simple name. Fuck, what's going on? Yeah, so there we go. Don't know how it's going to look when I get everything all together with all the other Mandalorian 6-inch line and 375 line, but I can figure that out. Alright, and the last one here is, there we go. Here's a line I was not going to pick up at all. This went, yeah, absolutely not. Andor. This went, nah. Not getting these. They're just humans with clothes with a couple of troopers. And except for that one, look at that guy. Yeah. And I think I started off with getting this one. I love that TIE fighter pilot helmet. That's good. Managed to get this. Yeah. I just went, yeah, I'm not getting these. And then you got your security troopers. Of course, all the other humans. Yeah, I just went, yeah, well, I got them. Yep. Didn't take me long either. How cool is this? Yeah, it was a great series too. Andor Season 2. Finished last year, and everyone just was gobsmacked about how good it was. There's some great figures. Sorry, someone's looking at a wall or some cobwebs, one or the other. How cool. So yeah, a set of figures that I didn't want to get and suddenly got. Well, that's how it works. Alright, going back to more Black Series, and this set, really, I love this. This was great. Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker and Mustafar duel. Now, I did have this set up in a really elaborate pose with Anakin hanging off the Mustafar panning droid. If you've seen that video, yeah, it was all set up. But honestly, those swoosh blades that, what's his name? Yeah, the big swoosh blades you can get. Where is he? Go down. Where are you? Yeah, these things, they're heavy, have them raised, and they bend. And also the actual hilts are as rubbery as hell. And yeah, it's just, that you can't sort of display. You try, but you can't. You can't balance, you can't do anything. So I've just got them sitting there on that platform, unlike the way I used to. That was cool. It lasted a good 6 months or so. And here we go. One of the coolest shows from the Star Wars universe. Skeleton Crew. I got all the figures. I got the big fellow there, SM-33. He doesn't look too tall now because he's all the way at the back. But yeah, here's a cool one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting any more Skeleton Crew figures in the 6-inch line, 375 or otherwise. But anyways, also this is on a shelf that I put together. Remember, if you look back, there's no big mirror, big long mirror there. Grandfather clock that can stay there. I don't want to move that, but the mirror is gone. It's just lying down the side at the back, and I have space to put this awesome Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, and you've probably seen it before, yeah. But I got this stand. I thought, well, it didn't come from Action Plastics. Nice and clear, nice and clean. And I honestly thought when I did the video, I thought it came from the United States. from SA. That's what it says. SA. South Australia. God, I'm an idiot. And it comes from a guy who's a hairdresser who trained the forces with Jesse in hairdressing. And he makes these things for other vehicles of all kinds. So there you go. Hasbro, you don't friggin' do it. Other people will. It's bloody brilliant. How cool is that? Absolutely brilliant. Beautiful vehicle as well. One of the best. And there we go. M1 Starfighter and all this. There's my collection there. So you got the two stands. Before, we used to have more sitting down there. Yep. How cool is this? And all these vehicles, which you cannot get in Hasbro or Micro Galaxy Squadron. I forget the name of them still. They cost a pretty penny. They're all metal. They're all brilliant. And look at that space. More space, see? Something big's going to be here. Yeah. Hopefully in September. I don't know the way things are going. There we go. One HasLab, and hopefully joining another HasLab. That's my little small Mandalorian and Grogu collection. That's about all I can have there. Oh, there's a little Zabarelius hanging there. Put him back in the Ghost. Yep. I'd love to, I mean, eventually I'd love to get the Razor Crest and every single, I mean, I've got every single Mandalorian 375 figure, vehicle, creature that you can get. I'd love to display them out here, but also do like Attack of the Clones, so maybe one day when I do get a place, and I keep saying that, said it on the last video, that's a discussion for a bit later on in the video, but yeah, these are brilliant. Love them. And there are more coming pretty soon. Alright, here we go. Getting towards the end. Apologies. No apologies. This is what I've got. It's year 3. Still here. So these figures are, I'm going to say some of the best in the way of, look at that. Figures don't do this anymore. They really don't. Look at the detail. You just do not see it. This is McFarlane's Spawn. Yep. Movie Maniacs with the Thing. I don't know who's at the front there, they're making a lot of noise. See this? You don't. Where's the detail in figures these days? Oh, cobwebs, more cobwebs. So yeah, these were down on my bottom shelf over there. But yeah, they needed to be shown up. Someone's drilling and stuff, that's okay. I'd like to get some more, but not much room. Also, I thought to myself, after I put this shelf up last year, I could have put a second shelf. So one shelf down there, maybe one up there. Oh well, it is what it is. Not making space, just trying to, yeah, display everything appropriately and properly. But yeah, some of these Spawn figures, some of my favourite. Because you just don't get this in any other line. Even NECA to this day. It just doesn't happen. They all cost cut and cut costs, should I say. Brilliant. Alright, getting to the end. Here we go. Seen old Balrog before. Still miss my Toy Biz. I actually miss my whole everything. Yeah, my wife got some really cool. There we go. That's a Harry Potter thing. What is it? It's the Time Turner necklace. I do remember that in the movie. Actually, I just picked one up the other day. Well, she picked it up. Yeah, got my Lord of the Rings movies there with the case. Some other Harry Potter case there. That looks cool. And of course, I have to watch these movies again in about 6 months' time around Christmas, because that's what you do. And she just bought this. This is the Cursed necklace. And it's got an authentication certificate. Edition. Looks like opals. That is brilliant. Wow. That is so cool. Yep, my wife just grabbed that from Zing. Yep, I'm grabbing that. Okay, I don't remember this in the movie. She does. That's cool. I love it. Love all my stuff, all my figures, all my vehicles. Hopefully one day soon. I keep saying it, every year. One day soon, I will be getting my own place. Do you know how hard it is to do? Do you really know? Here in Australia, I have money to put down on a deposit, but the other, we'll call them flaming hoops of despair that the government makes. Good on you. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Thanks for nothing. That's the way it works. Yep. So I'll stay put where I am. Getting a few more vehicles and figures hopefully soon. More like figures. Actually quite a few figures until the end of the year, and then we'll see what happens. But alright, here we go. Year 3. Yeah. Maybe another year, maybe 2. Who knows? Beforehand, on my older videos, yeah, I'll be out of here in a year. Yeah, right. Thanks, Australian government, for all of your help. Alright, everyone. Sci-fi out. And the Force is with you. And thanks for watching for this long. This is the way.